everybody, it's Dara, and this is so real and so live. I'm hungry. It's lunchtime. It's Sunday. I'm scheduled to go live. I just did a session. I do intuitive sessions, astrogeography sessions, mainly life direction, where to be and what to do. It seems to be my jam. Within an hour, I can usually help you come to your next level, the next steps, or see what you're supposed to be doing. And it's to make yourself feel sparkly and happy. And when you're sparkly and happy, you get opportunities from other people. So that is encoded in your North Node. And I wanted to tell you that my North Node course is available it's on sale right now for, what is it? Black Friday, Venus Day, Cyber Monday. Hi, Orly. Hi, Lauren. I don't know how the sound is. I gave up on using my mic because I'm cutting some romaine. I gave up on using my mic because it was giving echoey problems. So this isn't going to be super professional, but at least it won't be echoey, I hope. So I just did a session for someone, and I'm like, it's so clear to me because I know your North Node and your house placement, and I know your midheaven in astrology, and I can see your face and see clearly what you're supposed to be doing. And I was so excited, and we had such a great session, and it came into Feng Shui and why Feng Shui and why decluttering is so important right now, more than ever. Like, I've been wanting to help people with Feng Shui for years, and I used to be a consultant, because your home needs to support who you are now. And now so many people are at home that be in places that they really never paid much attention to, or they didn't have to be home all the time. So it was just maybe functional, but maybe not really functional. And the idea is that you really, your home needs to support who you are currently and who you are now. Everyone has changed. A lot of us are home, and your home there's ways that you can make some magic in your home, right? To support what it is you would like to manifest. I'm going to have a little bit of cilantro. Oop, my persimmon exploded. It's very ripe. I'm hungry. I'm having lunch. Then I'm seeing Jada, my daughter, and we're having yet another salad. There is no shame in the salad game. Like, I am having salad. And it almost always, whenever I make a salad on YouTube, for you guys have been with me for years, there were salads, and I literally showed what I ate. I showed how I live this lifestyle. So obviously there were a lot of salads, and I really don't make fancy raw vegan food a lot because it's time consuming and sometimes it's heavy. So there was one person, and I didn't have trolls. Like, thank God, I just didn't. I'm so happy. I was a little worried about this avocado. I had like brown spot fear. But this one woman or man, I'm guessing, I don't know, he or she said, if you make another salad, I'm going to poke myself in the neck with a pen. And there was just something that just made me so giggly about that. I was like, that's just funny. Like, a pen? It was so, but it kind of let me know maybe I should do a little varied things for you guys. But we always make tonics. We always make salads every morning. And here's the other thing. In human design, if you go look at myhumandesign.com, Jenna's site, you will see that there's different ways of eating. So for a projector, I eat little bits throughout the day, and then I don't get heavy. I feel light. Literally, when I eat like a manifester and I eat meals during the day, I end up getting bigger. Not a lot bigger, but I just end up feeling heavier. Like, I don't eat big bowls of things. I'll make a big bowl of salad, and I may eat a quarter of it or a half of it, and then half of it a little while later. It's just my natural way. And Jenna reminded me of that. But something I didn't know is that I'm consistent in my approach to digestion. I need to eat consistently. So if I miss having my tonic or my matcha in the morning, or my chai, all of those are available in my ebooks. 20% off my courses now, 20% off my ebooks. Go have a party. Use Venus Friday as your coupon code. And all three are bundled at a nice price anyway, so you'll get 20% off of that. You'll have tonics, Doobies Do the Holidays, which has my chai, and a pumpkin spice latte, which it's worth it just for those alone. But I need to eat consistent. So I notice when I get thrown off my game and I don't have my fruit bowl like I did in the morning and a hot drink, and I just feel thrown for the rest of the day. So, hi, roller girl. Cass is here. Your digestion is cold food. That's fascinating. So mine's hot food, Cass. So that means like it helps you to digest life when you eat cold food. So I have smoothies, but I have mine always room temperature. They're never cold. But for you, using frozen fruit and raw food. So maybe do you crave ice cream? Do you crave frozen yogurts and things? So make banana ice creams. And it's hard to imagine in Russia in the winter having to eat cold food. So if anybody has any questions about the nodes or astrogeography or feng shui, I'm happy to answer. I feel another life tool coming soon. I do use the north nodes in my intuitive sessions, and in my astrogeography, I tie in the north nodes with astrogeography. I tie in your soul's wish with what lines would be good to access and harness. You can learn that for yourself. Then, so for example, you'd go to my website, look up your north node. Then I teach you how to look up your north node sign, house placement. So the north node sign is the what and who you're supposed to be, Taurus, in the 9th house of travel and foreign culture and philosophy, Sag, that's me. So I know what to be, Taurus, in what arena of life. And you will know that too. And then you'll know what astrogeography lines are good for you. What's extra medicine for your soul's evolution? Yeah, I don't know. I remember, Cass, I went to London when I was 100% raw in winter. And I remember having one hot soup. I was like, I have to have one hot soup. But now knowing what I know, that I'm hot foods, I could have easily had more hot soups. But yes. To my class of love, Gary, you're never late. So hi, everybody. And Kate, generators are the ones that should eat meals. I believe so. I know manifesting generators burn 20% more calories, and generators, you need to respond, like give yourself a choice. Do I want a persimmon or do I want avocado? Not like, what should I eat today? Like maybe I'll have a banana chocolate smoothie, or maybe I want savory. I'm so excited for this salad, really, right now. And what I've been doing lately is I just do balsamic vinegar, olive oil, nutritional yeast, salt, garlic, mix it up at the bottom of the bowl, pour the veggies in, mix it up, maybe add some dulse, maybe not, add pumpkin seeds, add avocado, add cilantro, and any herbs, and that's been my jam. Like but Jenna did reintroduce me to using mustard, which I love mustards. Reintroduced me to this miso dressing, or introduced me to. So let's look at what's in it so you can make it at home. And hot, spicy foods are really good for me because, and I'm always adding spices because I'm hot. I'm hot foods. I need spicy, especially when I'm eating raw. And you could say, well, if you're hot foods, how did you eat raw for 10 years? Because I was almost 100% raw for close to 10 years. That's a long time with room temperature foods. I never eat or make a salad without somehow thinking about what brew I'm going to have. I'm like a tonic specialist because I need them. So I always said the reason I'm able to eat raw is because of the hot tonics. And I didn't realize, I always thought it was because the Chinese herbs that warmed my spleen. I have to tell Jenna this. I always thought, and they do, they tonify your spleen, they warm up your digestion. Romania, the video I did with Romania about the science of Ayurveda and Chinese medicine combined with the detoxification qualities of raw food, beautiful marriage. An Ayurvedic practitioner or Chinese medicine practitioner might say, don't eat raw food. But why wouldn't they say eat the raw food? It detoxifies the body, but let's use these herbs, to warm up the digestion, which is what I thought I was doing. And yes, I was, but I was also having hot liquids. So that is why. Miso sauce. So what is in here? She wants to know if I'm live now. Yes, I am live. So miso dressing, this is Gyocha, Gyochas, and it's super clean. There is only in here, I don't see what kind of, ingredients. Miso, ginger, vegetable broth, apple cider vinegar, I guess, apple cider, and pear juice. So clean. There's like no oil, really. And it's just emulsified and amazing. Herbie likes his herbs. Mushrooms will detox your system. They will lift you. They will be adaptogenic. They will calm you if you need to be calm. They will lift you when you need to be lifted. I can't wait. It's so funny. After the salad, I can't wait to have my hot drink. I've already had a matcha tonic with tremella mushroom, which gives you a gorgeous glow. You can get a DARA discount at Addictive Wellness. And I use ashwagandha in my matcha. And then I always have a chai. And guess what's in my chai? A lot of fresh ginger. So it spices me up. It heats me up. I need a bowl. Does anybody have any questions? How many people are here? It's so funny. When I show up on Instagram, there's a lot of people. And on YouTube, where it's a wider web of people, I'm going to ask her if she wants salad. There's less, but I don't know what the deal is. But you guys still want me here, right? I'd love to be here. So let me ask Jada if she wants salad. Because I'll just chop up more romaine. And then I have to know if I'm going to mix it in a big bowl or just an individual bowl. It's always good to make a lot because at some point I will, John the Bee, I don't know who that is, Liv, 23 or happy, are you 23 or it's 23 degrees? You love the live. Like, it's just, I decided, Cass helps me. She's in Russia and she's like, yeah, regular, I don't do scheduled things like scheduled, but now I have scheduled sessions the same time every day and I like it. I have my fruit and my hot drink in the morning every day and I like it. So there's something about the consistency, like every Tuesday evening and every Sunday. I wouldn't have thought if maybe I wouldn't have had the inspiration to turn on the camera, and because I'm scheduled, all of a sudden I have this great, fun, scheduled connection with you guys. So it's like a scheduled party that the reason I do it is so that you can show up at this time and I will be here. And that's kind of comforting in times of troubles, I think. John Bond. I see. John B is in the house. Hey. So 23 people loving this. I see. 23 big-hearted people, members of, that's like having a party of 23. Like, that would be a lot in the room. So you found me on YouTube years ago, Kate, and you learned so much. I want my music. I took the AirPod downstairs to the studio. I've been drawing and think I was missing it for a couple of weeks. I needed to leave to go to Florida for a week for a tragic family thing. And then I came home and I had some other things to contend with. And it was like emotionally, there is such a thing as emotional hangovers or energetic hangovers, and maybe you're hanging out with more people than you're used to, or it's a great intense spiritual connection, but you're like, whoa, that was intense. Or you're just off your normal routine, and then you just get back on. You get back on the wagon. Oh, Roller Girl, you know me from Sean and Kim and her mom, AJ. Love them at Pure Health Foods in Las Vegas. So if you guys need any supplements, any teas, any tinctures, any wellness products, 100% Pure Health Foods. Call them. I'm going to get a bowl. I like big bowls. Ooh. And I want nutritional yeast. And I can't wait to have a tea. I ordered something called Love Tea from Mountain Rose Herbs, and there's roses in it. So that with a little bit of oat milk. I got to make more. I can't just make one salad if my daughter's coming over. No. So you don't have to be afraid of getting sick. You just have to fortify your immune system, my lovies. Let's put some hot sauce. Let's put a little bit of miso. But you could just use olive oil and, you know, what I said. Yeah, oops, I came out a lot, but it's good. It's all good. It's good in the hood. Here we go. I do love romaine. Just love it. Little chopped apple, I don't do avocado and apple in the same salad for some reason. This time of year can be draining. It's holiday time. There's a collective thing in the air, feeling like you should, even if you maybe weren't ready to get together with people or do certain things, you kind of, it's that time of the year when you need to. And who isn't going to hang out? I had the most lovely gathering with Jordan, the Balanced Blonde. She has her podcast, Soul on Fire, and Kenzie Burke, her podcast. They're like podcasters, lovely girls. Sibel, photographer, and Jenna, Zoe of Human Design. I always say of Human Design. She's so much more, but she really has pioneered a way to absorb human design and like it. When I first heard human design years ago, I really was like, I get it, but no. And the way Jenna describes it, it's like, yes. Oh, yes. You have a small bowl, like it, from Liberty London. This one I got in Paris. Literally, this is from Paris. I brought it back in my suitcase, but you can get it. I think I have them on my website. You can get them on Amazon. Crazy. It's called enamelware. And one of the reasons I like it is because it's so light. And so I can take it on my road trips. It's 100%. I have a smaller one that goes with me on road trips. So so far we have spice, habanero hot sauce made with avocado oil. You want your tinctures and your things to be clean, not weird oils, not rancid oils, right? This t-shirt makes me laugh. My daughter said I look like a 13-year-old boy. But I don't look like a 13-year-old boy. But this t-shirt is by 1000. He's a muralist, and he's so inspiring what he takes on. He takes on the world and paints it. Okay. Woo! I'm getting like serious about my salad. And I'm wearing painter's pants, like Stan Ray painter's pants. Because, I don't know, it's Sunday and I like to wear white. Thank you. Isn't it cute? So you can follow him, 1000 on YouTube. Here. I haven't watched his latest videos. I've been busy. I'm still drinking my matcha from earlier. And I promised to work on my mic. I apologize. So I want a little olive oil in here because I'm feeling it. And you know, you can use hummus. You can use tahini. Thank you, Nikki. Thank you, Roller Girl. It looks pretty when you do your drizzle at the bottom. I didn't? Did I put the nutritional yeast? No, I didn't. Thank you. I need the balsamic. Although I put in so much of the I put in so much of that miso, and it's got tang. Something tickled my throat. Okay, So we're going to mix it all in, and we could always add a little more olive oil if there's not enough. So do you guys want to start thinking about your homes? And what I would say is start thinking about, and I started thinking about this, like what I want in my life. Like I have what I want. I don't really need things so much, but I always want more freedom. But really mostly, and I've been thinking about this because some people clearly say what they want. Like they want this in career, or they want that. The first step to getting your desires met is knowing what they are. And someone asked me, what do you want? And I was like, I don't know. And so first we have to say, what do I want? And the thing that I can come up with easiest is like, I want enough time to study and enough time to communicate. I want enough time to doodle and draw for no purpose other than being creative and playing with colors. And then I also want to turn them into things that people can enjoy. Maybe I'd want an RV, but not like a big one that eats a lot of gas, but something that definitely has a gas stove and it has a nice table to work at and something with a lot of windows so a lot of light comes in. And I see my pink linen duvet comforter and tonics. I can make tonics and have green food whenever I want. I want to travel around the US, but I don't want to stay in other people's choices, OPC, where maybe they use Windex, or maybe they had a cat, or maybe a dog that I'm allergic to. Maybe I just want to have my stuff on the road, but I'm not sure. And so I thought I was going to rent one for my birthday on December 28th. But almost every single RV or Sprinter van on outdoorsy.com, it's like an Airbnb for motorized vehicles, they literally allow, what do they call it, furry co-pilots. And I would be allergic. So that kind of ended that. Yeah, this bowl is so great, and they're not really expensive. And you can see which sizes I favor. So even if my link doesn't work, because maybe that shop doesn't have them anymore, you can see which ones. I didn't add salt, and I'm going to add avocado. I'm looking down here to read, but actually I need to be looking at you here. My lovies. I'm telling her. I'd like to travel. Did you ever travel to Mexico, Nikki, in an RV? Like, what are the rules of that? Is it weird? Is it good? I think that's a great travel to Mexico soon. So you mean like Baja, Mexico, or mainland Mexico? And Static Camper on YouTube. I will. I love to check out. And you guys follow me, be with me on Instagram, Dara Dubinet. And then you'll want to be at the Doobie Universe. All of the ebooks are on sale right now. Don't forget Venus Friday and the courses. You can know your Dharma. You can know your weird shadow behavior that you need to stop. That's the South Node. The North Node's part 1 and 2. It's like so juicy. And then you can also know your astrogeography to know if Mexico, in fact, is a happy line for you. Sometimes you could go to like a Mars descending line and you could be attacked on that line. You could also meet someone very masculine and have fun, but you want to know where you might want to like watch your back, have your back, you know what I mean? Not just like be laissez-faire about your personal safety, but maybe you have Jupiter there, maybe you have the sun there. There's a great vegan scene in Baja, not northern Baja as far as I'm concerned, so it must be southern, near Cabo or Todos Santos maybe. You can meet a man with a mustache. That's so true on a Mars descending line. That's really funny because Mars is drive and it's passion, it's masculinity, it's kind of testosterone-y, but it's also like gives you drive. So if you're a woman or a man who needs more drive, it's good. But when it's a descending line, it could be like aggression too and anger, right? And it could be coming at you because it's a descending line. I explain all that in my videos. Like if you find that you can look up your astrogeography for free, and then if you find that you're near a Mars line and you want to know more about it, or you want to know how to harness Mars energy, I tell you how to do that. You can relocate, you can travel to and swim in that energy and be changed cellularly forever and have a new perspective for yourself. Or you can astro-geo travel, which is like armchair, which is where you're sitting in your comfy chair with your blanket and your tonic and your computer, and you're like, wow, I just found out that I have a Jupiter midheaven line. That sounds so good in Lisbon, and I'm going to go look at images of Lisbon, and then you can go there via the imagery and what people are doing and what people are creating there, what arts are going on there. So there's many ways. So good. I will add a little balsamic. I know if you're in the UK. So what I suggest is revel in what you love about where you are. And at the very least, and this is why I think I put in Feng Shui in the title, is I want us to start thinking about our homes and creating one little nook to create, one little nook to write, one little nook to curl your feet up. And in that nook, if you are looking for love, if you want partnership, you can make the magic at home by focusing on, like I was telling someone the other day, if you want love, you don't want to just buy one salad, like one beautiful bowl. You're living alone and you're like, well, I only need one bowl because it's just me. No, you want to buy the second bowl and the second fork and the second mug so that when somebody, it's like you're making space, you're actually welcoming them. You will go out into the world or go on Zoom or do whatever you do knowing that you're prepared to feed another human. Also, you guys, look in your refrigerators. Like, if someone opened your refrigerator, would they be disgusted? Would they feel like there's something they can eat, like some fun carrot sticks, celery, and maybe hummus? Like, don't put all your eggs in one bowl. No, you want to have two bowls. Put all your eggs in two bowls. What could be a name for a vegan macaroni? Jordan, hi. I know. We don't remember. Thank you, Gary. Like, you don't recommend going anywhere overseas due to the restrictions on COVID. And you guys know I need to travel. It's for my North Node in the 9th house. And so I started looking at places I could go. And then I started trying to figure out my solar return, which on your birthday, your natal chart, depending on where you are, you have a certain vibe to your year, depending on where you put yourself on your birthday. And it makes it a little trickier, a lot trickier this year. Nikki eats a lot of raw fusion, my favorite words. This is how and that's the other way I stay raw, is that I'll make a salad, but I'll saute some mushrooms. There's like always something hot going on. Raw fusion Mexican, and you wear a lot of bright Mexican colors to keep the dream alive. 100%. That's how you harness the energy, and that's how one of the ways in which you make magic of getting to a place or tapping into the energy that exists for you in Mexico or in Lisbon or in LA or in Russia or in... There's a lot of people who have great lines in Russia, but they can't get there. They can't go there. It's impractical. And I have some really good lines in Alaska. I found out my solar return, it had a good aspect for Alaska. And then I was like, that's just cold right now. But I was looking if I can get to some certain islands, if I could have a boat trip, a cruise, I will have Venus descending. I have access to a love line. Sun descending, that's generosity and fun with another human, a partner. And there was like so many, I was like, whoa, Alaska. So maybe hopefully in the summer. So, okay, little balsamic. And then I'm going to go for a walk. I only have one vinegar. I have apple cider vinegar, and I gave it to someone because they were having high blood pressure, and taking a tablespoon or two of apple cider vinegar and eating spicy foods can lower your blood pressure. And then, so I don't have that. So I have this organic balsamic vinegar by Napa Valley Naturals, and it's fine. But I've been hearing the latest and greatest is champagne vinegar. So I'm going to get some of that. All right, guys, here's the salad. Yep, eating in Mexican restaurants, talking to people from Mexico, listening to Spanish, the sounds of Mexico, right? The sounds of Mexico are different than the sounds of probably where you are. There's maybe dogs barking and people playing music. It's a little bit like the festivity spills out into the street. It's not as quiet. Like if you go to Sweden, it's quiet. They wouldn't dream of having a radio playing loud outside the house. Like the sounds, the culture. Maybe you'll learn how to make, I got a tortilla press, because really you can make gluten-free corn tortillas. It's so simple. It's like water and the flour, and you ball it up and then you press it. You lightly saute it in coconut oil. It's like quick. And I have a cast iron skillet. Maybe I'll make that later. I need to do that with you guys. And then I'm not an expert, but it's easy enough. And then you put chopped veggies. So you have raw with the cooked tortilla. That's a really good question, Kate. I'm going to repeat that. Are Chiron lines desirable or to be avoided? Chiron's amazing. I love the Chiron video I made because I talk about the archetype of Chiron and the magical healing that exists with Chiron. I would say I look at Chiron as like a key. It unlocks, shows you where you're wounded, but it also pokes you, so you're going to be triggered. And if you're anybody who does personal work, if you are anybody who wants to help others, you have to be willing to look at yourself. You have to be willing to heal and be healed. And so it allows you to have things come up so you can look at them, and it's healing and it's magical, and it helps you, to me, you know that phrase, like it helps you to see how you can be of service, I think, also to others. So I'm going to say certain angles, and I talk about in my Chiron videos, maybe you would want to avoid if, let's say, you had a chronic Chironic illness. If it's just because Chiron got a wound from his friend Hercules, and I explained that he could never get rid of. So chronic, Chironic. If you are feeling very weak, maybe a certain angle to the Chiron line wouldn't be as fortifying as somewhere it could feel more rejuvenating, like Jupiter I see or Moon I see, to be more nurtured instead of consistently aware of your Chironic disease. So good. Such a good question, Jordan. If you were a teacher, I love that, John B. If you were a teacher, this is the question. If you were a teacher and you saw a little three-year-old kids on the SAD diet, would you speak up about this or just say nothing at all? If I were a teacher and I had the opportunity to have the audience, because the parents are in charge, the parents are neglecting or doing child abuse, and there's many forms. And I would take the approach that they were harming their child unwittingly, not knowing. So it comes across my philosophy. People need to know. People need to know about eating greens. People need to know about not having chemicals on their food, sprayed on their food, in the earth, on their laundry, on their bodies. There's certain things that people need to know. If they know them and they do whatever anyway and they don't care, bless them and move on. But I feel very passionately about the fact that beautiful souls on this earth are just not knowing what we know. So telling them is really great in some way that will not come across like you're hitting them over the head with a saucepan. It comes across in a way where you are loving and saying, hey, and I'm thinking a lot of people don't know this, and if they knew, maybe they'd recommend, some videos like Super Size Me, the document. There's so many documentaries out that could be watched, and you have to know your audience, right? Like if you're speaking to parents and maybe that don't have access to or funds for certain types of food that we consider food. It's cheaper to buy some kind of fast food burger than it is to get a head of broccoli. That's just the system. However, teaching little children and parents about how to buy sprouts, seeds, and sprout them. So you're empowering them, not just saying what you're doing is bad. Can you believe it? You can grow these little babies, these little sprouts, and they could feed your family for, the phrase is like pennies on a dollar, whatever that means. But like, it's that inexpensive and that exciting and that empowering to grow sprouts. So you're giving them hey, this kind of has chemicals and this will clog the colon. I would do my cute little description of like what happens in a clogged colon and putrefaction, and depending on who I'm talking to, I'm able to, and it's in my human design my words according to what the person is ready to hear or what will help them to understand. So I'll know when it's time to talk about parasites and worms in a clogged colon. I might talk about the fact that standard American food gums up the colon. So in a healthy colon, meat or chicken or white flour will gum it up, and then things get stuck, and that's where parasites live. Nobody wants that. So nobody wants to do that to their child. Nobody wants to have them have spikes in sugar and mood elevation and ADD. And so I really feel that, yes, I would say, who's the audience? Come up with a cute and nice way to tell them, not one-on-one, but maybe to the group, and come up with alternatives, right? Adding greens in, adding chopped organic apple, I think the foods that are very fibrous and filling and affordable. Cabbage, carrots, apples, celery, usually available in an organic form. At that point, even if it's not organic, it's better than the gummy food. So yes, Jordan, I went into it because do you have the opportunity to teach? It's just an opportunity. And I love that. That's my personal midheaven. That's who I am on the world stage as a communicator. So give me the audience and I will speak and hopefully inspire and shift. Great advice. I had a high school student tell me they never have fruit in their house, and I was triggered. So could they not afford the fruit? Do the parents not find fruit amusing? I always have a bowl of, speaking of fruit, bananas. I'll have 2 bananas a day, easy. And then apples and persimmons. But apples are a great one because they last a long time. You can eat them raw. You can chop them up. You can put cinnamon on them. You can lightly stew them or steam them. And I feel that a bowl of apples is pretty. energetically correct and tasty and healthy and fibrous. So maybe I would figure out a way to make sure the children in my class, if it were allowed, could partake in apples at snack time and make sure they got some fruit in. I would show how apples grow. I would take the kids to an apple orchard so they could smell the apples and drink apple cider and see how fun it is to pick apples. So it could be an experience instead of like a bummer. You know, I think that's the idea. I mean, I would love for kids to know how things grow. I'm sometimes astounded that I'd never had a cacao. Well, I don't live where cacao pods grow, but I was thinking of ordering from Miami Fruit. And, you know, I'm not a big believer in shipping fruit across the country, but I kind of want to have a cacao pod and share it with you guys and show the cacao fruit. And so I think I might do that. Jacqueline, do you eat fruits and vegetables per season? Because I live in California and I have everything at all times, I guess not always, but cilantro is always in season here. Romaine's in season. It happens to be persimmon time, so I'll go crazy with persimmons and apples right now. I do eat seasonally with some extras. Ooh, apples and hummus, apples and honey. I like apples and tahini and honey. I like apples and any kind of nut butter, seed butter. I like apples cut up and steamed really lightly with some cinnamon, maybe a little bit of oat milk or coconut. You know, I would drizzle with, that's my breakfast, like cut up apples with coconut yogurt and some pumpkin seed oil and go raw pumpkin seeds or sunflower seeds. I mean, I love my breakfasts and they involve apples every day, usually. Good, we got some New Year's resolutions. I have to decide what I want. You can't resolve, and there's really nothing I have to give up. Maybe some behaviors. I think for me, maybe some thought processes. So give up not answering emails. There's some things I need to do. We can have, so you have an activity list. I'm so curious what I said that is a resolution or activity list, because I think I have it just came through me. I don't remember other than, I'm so curious what I said, because I know what I said to turn somebody into eating fruit. So did you ever hear of watermelon guava, Gary? Because I looked at Miami Fruit website and they have something called watermelon guava, which is a little crunchier. They have soursop that's brown, sapote. You can't buy sapote at a farmer's market because it needs to be picked when it's ripe. And then it bruises so fast, like it doesn't have a long truck life or shelf life. So you're usually getting it from the farmer or at a farmer's market, and it's super seasonal. So I feel I really want to try the chocolate sapote. Please do let me know if anybody wants to leave a comment, if there was a list that would be helpful to me or anybody else. Steamed with cinnamon, a little nutmeg. And then you get the scents going through the air. And of course, that's hot. I'm making it hot. A book of the month. DARA'S book of the month. I mean, there's so much we can do, and I'm open to ideas. So if anybody has any ideas of what they think, maybe you have a gift for doing something and like organization and have ideas, and you could help me. hello@daradubinet.com. Someone emailed that he wants to help me with the Doobie universe. He sees hats and sheets, and I'm like, I see hats and sheets and baseball hats and totes and t-shirts, and we do have some Doobie universe. We do have Doobie universe merchandise. My phone case is my favorite phone case I've ever had. So you can get this on my website. And masks and little prints. I just sent my whole family, my brother's family, I told them to pick out what Doobie merch they like, and they were so excited. No yo-yoing. No yo-yo. It's too hard on the body, and it's so frustrating when you go back and it's hard. Just be consistent. Oh, that's why I'm here. That's so sweet. Jordan wants to hang out here more often because everyone seems so positive. Everyone is so positive. John B makes us laugh. Gary's here. We got the people. Cute shirt from 1000. I participate in his monthly donation or Patreon or t-shirt program, and I get a new one every month, and I just really love them. I find it to be so inspiring how he just goes for it, how prolific, what huge murals he takes on, and the style is so different from my art style and even from my normal dressing style. But the artist himself and his use of color and there's something about the energy, the proactivity, the just do it energy, which really inspires me. This has kind of like an Aries vibe. And just so you know, I wanted to tell you guys that the North Node, your North Node will be hard to do because it's a reach and a stretch, like my North Node in Taurus or my North Node in the 9th house. But if I see somebody else, I love to know about the other nodes, because my friend has Aries North Node, and I'm like, I would need some more Aries. I need a little bit more of that. And it won't be hard for me to adopt it because it's not my North Node. But all the signs have something to offer us. It's green there. See, so you're falling in love with what it has to offer. There's coziness, there's history. 1000. He's on YouTube, Nikki. 1000. He has a lot of followers, and I just love his art. And you might just go buy one t-shirt or just follow him. He sends stickers. Yeah, 1000 spelled like that. Ten 100. 10 Han, he calls himself. We have been blessed. We are very lucky and lovely, and thank goodness. Lauren Page, when is the doobie giveaway? You did not miss it. I have been every day drawing little cases for pencils, hand painting totes, and I'm going to do a giveaway really soon. I have so much to do. I don't know. That's what I want. It's just more time to do all my creative projects. I want to learn Adobe Photoshop better. I want to design a t-shirt. I want to paint a mural. I want to paint canvases I can roll up and send out for people who want to buy them. I want to do the midheaven course. I want to do Feng Shui. So at least we're doing this, though. This is really my favorite stuff to do, is to hang out with you guys. I could be here with you all day, easy. If you don't like Hannah Faye, I love that name. You have trouble with healthy salad dressings because you don't love plain olive oil and lemon. No, that is boring. I would say skip the lemon, do balsamic. Skip the lemon, do apple cider vinegar. Balsamic is usually more appealing to people, but it's acidic, whereas apple cider vinegar is not acidic. So if you're trying to alkalize, apple cider vinegar is the more legit one. I'd add garlic powder, nutritional yeast, add something creamy, like a little titch of Kite Hill almond cream cheese, or blend cashews, really blend them fine though, into your salad dressing so you get a little creamy factor. Are you kidding? There are so many ways. Add a little cayenne. Have some olives on your salad. There's so many ways to make your salad exciting. Many videos here. Many. There should be a playlist. Yeah, I'm pretty, add a little mustard, honey mustard if you like that. Add a little spicy, add a little creamy. Do my vegan Caesar. So good. Pecans and walnuts and pine nuts. Oh my, we have so much to add. Add cranberries to zest it up. Maybe you want, my mom always added teeny little pieces of chopped apple. I added cilantro. Add dill if you like dill. Start like using your imagination. I usually like to go into the produce department and just kind of see what pops up at me, like what looks extra vibrant. Pomegranate, lovely, and papaya, beautiful. Yeah, so consider food combining. Maybe you don't want fruits with nuts. Some people have more digestive fire than others, but usually the combination is seeds and fruit good, nuts and fruit not good. creamy, fatty with too much fruit sugar, like dried fruits, not good. That's a whole nother conversation. Yeah, little potatoes, that's a lovely thing to do. Some people add rice or quinoa, little raw crackers as breadcrumbs. So big hugs, everybody. And just, yeah, that does sound colorful. Colorful is great. Like I like to add purple cabbage, red pepper, pomegranate is beautiful, cranberries, cut up persimmons. You guys are so sweet. So we'll see you soon. We're going to see you Tuesday evening at 6 and maybe sometime before then. And I'll see you on Instagram if you decide to come play. You want to ask me a feng shui question before I go? Yes. Is it best over a whole house or a room? I would say in order of importance, it would be the lot that the home is placed on. But you might be in an apartment building, or you may not own your home, or you might be in a unit. Then it would be your unit, the whole thing. But then you would feng shui each room if you want, but your bedroom. So your bedroom's very important and your whole home is important. But if you're renting a room and sharing a space, your bedroom is so important. Then you can feng shui your desk. So it can go on and it never ends because you'll end up doing something that you didn't realize you did, like cluttering up your love area, or, things just weird things happen. Like I know that a picture of yourself alone isn't going to promote love, but I was in a relationship that probably needed to not be. There needed to be a break. And somehow I kept getting images sent to me from people of me alone, like an artist, Love Includes Everyone on Instagram. She's this amazing little portrait of me alone. It was so cute. My daughter painted an image of me alone. Someone suggested I hang it in my love area, which was funny. They didn't know. And I was like, messages from the universe. So there's so much symbolic things and ways we can manipulate and help ourselves. If we do, in fact, need to be alone and we need to stand on our own 2 feet, Aries North Node, and not always consider others in relationship, or we need to get out of one, then we want to have maybe some images of us being on our own. So my take on feng shui has shifted throughout the years. Wow, John B. I found a newspaper under the sofa cushion last week announcing Hitler's dead. Wow, that's amazing. So you can notice what that means to you, what area you had that in. Yeah. So big hugs, everybody. I'm going to see you super soon. Lots of hearts, lots of thumbs up. Thank you. Bye. And definitely, you guys, get your greens on. Like 100% get your greens on. That's a whole nother story, John, about your newspaper. Over how many years? Like it says 0, but I'm guessing like 100 or 10. 60 years. Whoa. Whoa, John, have you not been vacuuming under the sofa? Energy gets stuck. If you don't get a broom there, you can believe that you just moved some energy. So congratulations. Vacuum the sofa, clean the legs of the sofa. Awesome story. Thank you for that. So move it, clean it, and let us know next time what changes show up in your life. It's definitely time to declutter and clean. That's awesome. Thank you for sharing.